Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Arkham Origins Batman figure that was produced by Mattel as a part of the DC Comics Multiverse line of 3 3/4 scale action figures. Okay, the articulation joints were pretty much the same as the previous Batman figures in the scale that I've already reviewed. Batman has articulation in the head, shoulders, the elbows, the waist, the hips, and the knees. Now, unlike the previous Batman figure that I reviewed, there's no wrist articulation on this version of Batman. However, there's still an additional articulation joint just above Batman's knee. Okay, Batman's head can turn 360 degrees, but the up and down movement still isn't there. The elbows and knees appear to be single jointed, and the shoulders can move in and out, but 360 degree movement doesn't appear to be possible due to the shoulder portion of Batman's cape being made out of a molded plastic. The hip articulation allows forward movement of the legs. However, backward movement of the legs isn't possible on this version of Batman. However, you can still pose the figure nearly doing splits if you so choose. The majority of Batman's cape is made of cloth as opposed to molded plastic on some of the other Arkham Batman figures that I've already reviewed. And as a special note, the Batman symbol on Batman's chest appears to be sculpted instead of painted. Paint apps on the figure were nicely done with no appreciable errors to speak of, and the detailing on the figure is also nicely done. Okay, so let me take a break here, and I'm going to zoom in and give you a closer look as to what Arkham Origins Batman looks like. Okay. Alright, there were no accessories included in the package with this version of Batman, so what I'm going to do now is a quick 360 of it for you and let you see what he looks like from all sides. The figure stand that you see him standing on was not included in the packaging. So anyway, here is Batman from the front. Okay, here is Batman from the left-hand side. Okay, here is Batman from the rear. Here is Batman from the right-hand side. Okay, and finally, here we are once again facing forward. So overall, you know what? I have to say this is a pretty good figure. The paint apps are nicely done, and there's a decent range of posing options. However, you know, as before, I still feel that it was a mistake on Mattel's part not including any accessories because, you know, like I've said before, Batman needs to have at least a Batarang included in the package. You know, just like Captain America has to have his shield, or even Spider-Man with his webbing. I also think that some wrist articulation as well as some ankle articulation would have been good to have on this figure. So therefore, this Batman figure, it's good, but it's not great. So it's going to get just a good bordering on great recommendation for me. In spite of the lack of accessories, I still think that this Batman figure is a good display piece in this scale. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.